In Dragon Ball, there are many families that are part of the main story. Some are big, and others not so much. We have Gokus, Vegetas, Krillins, the Namekians, and so on. So today, we are going over the Dragon Ball family trees. Hey, how's it going? My name is Raf, and welcome to Dragon Ball Code, the place where all we do is talk about Dragon Ball. And today, we are checking out most of the family trees in Dragon Ball. So, let's begin. So we're going to start with Goku's family tree. So, on the top, we have Bardock and Guinea. These are his parents. They meet, they get married, and they have 2 kids. Raditz, who is the oldest, and Goku. Raditz goes on to work with Nappa and Vegeta, and Goku is sent to Earth before planet Vegeta is destroyed. Here on Earth, he is adopted by Grandpa Gohan. At the same time, on another place on Earth, we have the Ox King, and he is married to his wife, who we don't know much of. The only thing that we have is this picture. From their matrimony comes a child, and this is Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi ends up getting married to Goku. As for Raditz, he doesn't marry anyone as far as we know. A few years after Goku and Chi-Chi get married, they have a son, and this is Gohan. He becomes the first Super Saiyan 2. 10 years later, after they have Gohan, they have their second child, and this is Goten. He is the first one with Trunks to do the fusion dance. Goten is still pretty young, so he's not married yet, but Gohan meets a girl while he's going to high school, and this girl is Videl. Videl's parents are Mr. Satan, the world champ, and Miguel, who we don't really know much about either. But they have Videl. She gets married to Gohan, and after a few years, they have a baby together. And this baby is Pan. And at the moment, this is where the family tree for Goku stops. And I won't be adding Goku Jr. because he is not canon. Next, we are going to follow with the awesome Saiyan Vegeta. Vegeta is one of Goku's biggest allies, a great fighter, and a family man. And just like Goku, most of Vegeta's family tree comes from Earth. Okay, so let's start with the oldest relatives that we know. And these are King Vegeta and his wife. Unfortunately, we don't know anything about King Vegeta's wife. Anyway, from them came 2 children, Vegeta, who is the oldest, and Tarble. While this is going on planet Vegeta, on planet Earth, we have an inventor that becomes super famous and rich for inventing the capsules. And this is Dr. Brief. He gets married to Panchi, and they have 2 children together, Tights and Bulma. Bulma is the youngest, and she's one of the most intelligent people on the planet. Tights grows up, and she doesn't seem to get married, but Bulma does. She falls in love with Vegeta, and they get married. Tarble, Vegeta's brother, also gets married. He marries an alien named Gure. Time keeps moving, and Vegeta and Bulma have a child together, and this is Trunks. He is basically the savior of the past. He goes back in time and saves Goku from dying, and he saved everybody. In the present, he is still young, so he's not married or doesn't have a relationship, but in the future, even though everything has gone to crap, he has a relationship with Mai, a former thug. But Vegeta and Bulma are not done there. 14 years after they have Trunks, they have another child, and this is Bula, a cute little baby girl who one day will hopefully become an awesome fighter. And here we're going to end Vegeta's family tree because we're not going to add Vegeta Jr. because just like Goku Jr., he is not canon. Next, we have the Namekians. In the Namekian side, we have Katas and the Grand Elder. These are the 2 oldest Namekians that we know of before the cataclysm of planet Namek. Katas was the father of the nameless Namekian, and he was a genius and a great dad to the nameless Namekian. During the cataclysm, he sent his son to Earth to save him from Namek. Unfortunately, Katas died and never reunited with his son. On the other side, we have the Grand Elder, who was the other survivor. But him, in order to repopulate the planet, had over 100 children. Some of these include Neo, Dende, Cargo, and Muri. He is also the creator of Purunga, the dragon from Namek. In the meantime, on Earth, we have the nameless Namekian, who trains to become the Guardian of Earth. But he couldn't become the Guardian of Earth because his heart was not pure. Later, he decides to split his good and evil side, creating 2 different beings, and these are Kami and Piccolo. Kami doesn't have any children, but he creates Shenron, the dragon on Earth. King Piccolo later does have children. He has piano, tambourine, drum, and cymbal. Also, before he dies, he gives birth to Piccolo, which is his reincarnation. He has the same evil ways until later in the series when he meets Gohan. And also later, Piccolo and Kami fuse and become the nameless Namekian once again. Next, we will continue with Broly's family tree. Broly had a pretty messed up childhood. His father is Paragus. He is a manipulative father that only uses his son for his power. He basically treats him like a pet. He had a relationship with an unknown woman, and from them two, Broly was born. One of the most powerful Saiyans around. And because of his power, he was banished from his home planet. Next, we will follow with the androids. First, we have Dr. Gero. He is not an android at first, but he is responsible for creating all the androids. Later, he turns himself into Android 20. He was married to a woman who supposedly resembles Android 21 from Dragon Ball FighterZ. But we're not going to go with that because that part of the story is not canon yet. So we'll just say a woman. They had a son together, but his son was killed. Later, he created a bunch of androids, but he destroyed most of them. The ones that we know of, again, I'm not adding the androids in the movie Super Android 17 because those are not canon. They are Android 8, who Goku met when he was a kid and became really good friends with, Android 16, who he modeled after his son. Then he kidnapped two siblings, Lapis and Lazuli, and he turned them into Android 17 and Android 18. Then he created Android 19, and finally he made himself into Android 20. That way he could be more powerful and live longer. After that, he created Cell, which turned out to be an extremely smart and powerful being. And later, Cell creates Cell Juniors. If we stick with the androids, we have the unknown parents who had 17 and 18, whose original names were Lapis Lazuli. Lapis, or Android 17, met a woman who we don't know yet and has a child with her. They also adopted two more children. On the other side, we have Lazuli, or Android 18, and she marries Krillin, who is Goku's best friend and one of the strongest humans alive. Together, they have Meren. Now, from Frieza's family, if we keep it canon, we have King Cold. King Cold has a son, and this guy is Frieza, the Emperor of the Universe. If this wasn't canon, we would add Cooler and a few more. Next, we have Bora. Bora is a powerful man that lives in the base of Korin's tower. He marries a mysterious woman, and they have Upa. Upa is Goku's childhood friend. If we stay around the same era, we have a mysterious man and a mysterious woman who both had two boys, Master Shen and Tao Pai Pai. Master Shen is the master of Crane School, and Tao Pai Pai is a ruthless assassin. We also have another mysterious couple who has Fortune Teller Baba and Master Roshi. Master Roshi is Goku's first master. Next, we have Bibidi, a very powerful sorcerer. He had the power to unleash and kind of control Buu. He created a doppelganger version of himself before he died, and his name was Babidi, and this is the one that releases Majin Buu on Earth. If we move on to Dragon Ball Super era, we have again two mysterious parents, and these two gave life to two who would later become gods of destruction. Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7, and Champa, the god of destruction of Universe 6. We also have another mysterious couple who had a very powerful little boy, and this was Jiren. His parents were killed by an evil being, but he was rescued by a man who becomes his master. He trains him, and later the same evil doer that killed Jiren's parents kills his master, and now Jiren is looking for revenge. We will follow Jiren with Granola's family tree. Starting up, we have Granola's parents. His mother, Muzuri, and his dad, who we don't know who he was. Together they had Granola, who grew up looking for revenge from Frieza's army. And let's not forget he had an adopted father, and his name was Monaito. He is a Namekian living in planet Cereal. He is also the one who is currently linked to the Cerulean Dragon Balls, which summons the dragon Torombo. And finally, we have the Angel family tree. There is a lot that we still don't know about the Angels, so we will go with what we got. The tree starts with the Grand Priest, and he serves and advises Zeno-sama. He is one of the strongest beings in all the universes. How they reproduce is unknown, so we don't know if they need a partner. But anyway, he has a bunch of kids. The ones that we know of are Awamo, Sour, Campari, Cognac, Cockatail, Vados, Whis, Corn, Mojito, Kusu, this is the eldest daughter even though she looks super young, Margarita, Martino, and finally Miras, the angel that helps Goku fight Moro. And with that we finish the Angels family tree and the Dragon Ball family tree. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.